Kasi the way you're answering me, you're already quibbling, Major Laraga. Ano nga? You define personal knowledge to me.
Personally po, nagkaharap po sila ni...
Paano sila nagkaharap?
Should be
Why
the
can't you
deponent,
not
Mr.
discuss?
Chair.
Ikaw ang nag-apply eh. Kasasabi lang ng mga officials doon, ni wala silang bisita na ganun, ni hindi sila nagkaroon ng PDL na ganun. You are lying!
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, but I cannot...
Mr. Chair, may I respectfully move that we cite Major Laraga in contempt?
Gargar, the question of Chairman Paduano was whether or not you knew for a fact that there was no, that the deponent that you brought before the court was not a detainee. Did you have prior knowledge of the fact that he was not a detainee?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So alam mong hindi siya detainee.
At that moment, Mr. Chair, he was already outside. Yeah, previously, Mr. Chair.
But you just heard the warden say that they have no records of him being a detainee.
It was from a different facility, Mr. Chair.
But you just said that it was the Abayog, what was that?
Abuyog.
Abuyog.
Yes, that is correct, Mr. Chair.
We
They are from the Baybay jail.
Baybay sub-provincial facility kami.
Okay, so where was Mayor Espinosa detained?
Baybay sub-provincial jail facility.
Bye-bye. And you were at, what was your place? Abuyog? Well, are you at Bye-bye?
Baybay.
Kayo?
Yes.
And he was, Major Gargar was saying that the deponent that he brought was also a detainee at Bye-bye? Tama
No.
ba? He was a detainee at a different place? So
Yes.
if he was detained at a different place, how could he say, or how could he testify that Mayor Espinosa had these illegal things in his cell?
Mr. Chair, if I may be able to...
If they were detained at
Discuss.
different institutions?
Mr. Chair, if I may be able to discuss. If
Go ahead,
you-
sir, please.
Mr. Chair, the situation kasi noon, Mr. Chair, is that PDLs or those previously detained and also inside the jail, Mr. Chair, they have all connections from different
so
different
sinasabi
jails.
mo, chismis lang, marites. He heard. He didn't
Ah,
actually see.
No, Mr. Chair, he was able to penetrate based on his testimony, Mr. Chair. That is not my testimony, Mr.
He is detained at a different facility, yet he
Before.
is able to penetrate.
Before, Mr. Chair, before. So he has knowledge. He knows yung kalakaran po sa loob ng mga jails, yung with regard to illegal drug trade, Mr. Chair.
Knowing the kalakaran and actually seeing it and having personal knowledge of these things are two different things. Major Laraga, tama po ba?
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
Oh, so you bring a deponent who had no personal knowledge of the things except just knowing the kalakaran in the area? Yan ang deponent mo? For the issuance of a search warrant?
No, Mr. Chair, he has personal knowledge, Mr. Chair.
How did he get personal knowledge again? Can you enlighten me po?
In his testimony, Mr. Chair, he was able to penetrate.
How did he penetrate a jail facility without him being detained there? Was he a jail guard?
There was his, actually, I don't have his sworn affidavit.
Well, you
Mr.
interviewed
Chair,
him,
and
I'm
I
sure,
cannot,
di ba? Major Laraga, in-interview mo siya before mo siya pinesenta sa korte, tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair, and
Oh, so
he was subjected to a searching question and answer
No,
by the issuing
I'm
judge.
asking you. In-interview mo ba yung deponent mo?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, so ano
by
sabi
the
niya?
investigator also.
Yes, paano niya nalaman? How did he have personal knowledge? Yan ang gusto mo malaman.
It was in his affidavit,
I'm
Mr.
asking
Chair.
you interviewed him. You just said that you interviewed him.
Yun nga, Mr. Chair, nakapasok siya doon.
Paano nga makapasok?
Nagka-transaction sila ni, if I'm not mistaken, doon sa nagkaroon sila ng mismong physical ni the late Mayor Espinosa.
Major Laraga, explain how he explained to you paano siya nakapasok as an ordinary civilian na hindi detainee in a jail facility. Paano siya nakapasok?
Actually, Mr. Chair, the allegation na mayroong collusion between mga bantay doon sa loob is yun yung reason na nakakapasok sila. And that has been already almost public knowledge in the penal institutions there in Region 8, Mr. Chair. Alam naman po nung almost lahat ng operatiba doon prior to that, Mr. Chair. Talagang
So ang sinabi niya sa'yo, by collusion with some jail guards maybe and some other persons inside the jail, he was able to go inside. Is that correct? Major
yes,
Laraga?
Mr. Chair, through the influence of the drug lord, Espinosa drug group.
And that from his entry into that facility, he was able to see firsthand how things were being done. That's why you're saying that he had personal knowledge of these things.
That is correct, Mr. Chair, based on his testimony, Mr.
And you believe that, Major Laraga?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Because you brought him.
believe. Because prior to that, Mr. Chair, I had been operative, and we already had an intel information with regard to that illegal drug trade inside a penal colony and any detention facilities,
Okay,
Mr. Chair.
now, is that the reason why when you entered the facility, you wore a bonnet or covered your face?
Mr. Chair, that is not true, Mr.
That
Chair.
is not true.
I was not wearing bonnet, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
is it true that you turned off the CCTV system inside the jail facility?
That is not true, Mr. Chair.
So
and,
none of you did. It was all working at the same time.
Yes, Mr. Chair. With regard to that, Mr. Chair, we had been also charged with that particular violation, Mr. Chair,
And?
by the NBI.
By the NBI.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Also in court.
In court, Mr.
Also
Chair.
dismissed.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, you have a very good lawyer. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Thank you, Congressman Flores.
Mr.
Yes,
Chair.
Congressman Akop.
yes. Major Laraga, how long have you been with CIDG?
Since 8 years,
8
almost 8 years, Mr. Chair.
8 years.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And how many times have you applied for a search warrant?
Several times already, Mr. Chair.
Several times.
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
Now, may I know kung yung deponent ninyo dun sa kaso ni Mayor Espinosa ay walk-in o kayo ang nag-secure?
I believe there was a...
Ano ang talagang nangyari? Hindi ko
May-
tinatanong kung ano yung paniwala mo.
Pardon, I'm sorry,
Ang
Mr. Chair.
tinatanong ko, whether your deponent ay walk-in, nag-volunteer na sarili niya, o hinanap ninyo. Hindi ko tinatanong kung anong paniwala mo.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It was not walk-in, Mr. Chair. It was not
Ano nga?
walk-in.
Nag-volunteer siya?
No, Mr. Chair.
Hinanap niyo siya?
Our
How
police,
did
there
you
was a
come to know your
police
deponent?
handler. There was a police handler, Mr. Chair.
Ano?
There was a handler, Mr. Chair, an agent.
Sino
police.
yung handler na pulis na yon?
He was already retired, Mr. Chair.
Ang galing
I
mong
believe.
gumawa ng istorya eh.
Yes, I'm certain,
Now,
Mr. Chair.
Sige, assuming na meron siyang handler, since when na naging handler yung kuha na yon, informant nyo na yon, yung deponent? Binubola mo na ako eh.
Hindi, actually, hindi naman po, Mr. Chair, na bubola, Mr. Chair. Talagang mayroon lang po talaga siyang personal knowledge sa
Hindi ko naman tinatanong
pangyayari.
kung may personal knowledge eh. Ang tinatanong ko, how did you come to know the deponent? Ikaw nag-apply ng search warrant eh.
It was introduced to me by our personnel, Mr. Chair. That
Sino
merong
nga yung nag-introduce sa'yo? What's the name?
of our personnel, Mr. Chair.
Oo nga. Marunong ka bang umintindi ng English? Tatagalugin ko. Sino ang nag-introduce sa'yo nung deponent?
It was retired Kayubit, Mr. Chair.
Alin? Retired na siya nung in-introduce niya?
No, right
Active
now.
pa siya noon?
Active pa siya noon at that
May I
time.
know the name and the address?
Melvin Kayubit, Mr. Chair, at Palo
Alin?
Leyte.
Ano?
Milben Cayubit.
Mr. Chair, may I move that we, in the next hearing, we invite subject person mentioned by Mayor Laraga as the deponent in the search warrant against or issued against the late Mayor Espinosa.
Comsec, you are directed to invite the said person named by Congressman Ako.
Nung ipinakilala sa iyo yung deponent, ano ang protocol dapat kung si IDG ka for 8 years?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I have to, of course, the investigator must interview and do a background and validation, Mr. Chair.
You have to conduct a review,
Interview
and validation.
and validation of the
Ikaw.
the investigator, Mr. Chair, our investigator who will get the
And who was the
testimony.
investigator who conducted the review, the interview and validation?
It was, Mr. Chair, can I check the record first?
You check it now.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ito. Wala naman. Di ba?
Hindi ko alam kung saan mo checkin ihon. Niloloko mo na kami.
I'm sorry, Mr. Baka magkamali ako dun sa pangalan, Mr.
Sige
Chair.
nga, hanapin mo. Saan mo hanapin dyan?
Mr. Chair, I could not, if my recollection is correct, Mr. Chair, it was PO3 Johnny Ibanez.
PO3 Johnny
Ibanez,
Ibanez.
Mr. Chair.
Is he still in the active service?
I believe he already also retired, Mr. Chair.
He also retired.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
PO3 siya, nag-retire?
Yes, Mr. Chair, PO3.
PO3. Nag-retire siya, mandatory or optional?
I think
Kasi
it's optional.
PO3 siya,
I
kailan lang
think
nangyari
it's
yun
optional.
iho eh. So wala pa siyang 20 years o 30 years or 56 years old.
Yes, Mr. Chair, maybe optional, Mr. Chair.
Optional. Huwag mo ako paglulukuhin ha. I'll find a way. Colonel Kunanan, will you please take the name dun sa sinabi niya and kindly give this committee the details whether nag-retire nga siya optionally o hindi? Pakitanong sa kanya yung pangalan at rangko. Kasi the way you're answering, you're already quibbling, Major Laraga. Now, noong in-interview at saka vinalidate, ikaw ba nag-conduct ng sarili mong validation when the investigator reported to you as far as his validation is concerned?
Negative, Mr. Chair.
Negative. Wala ka nang ginawa. Hindi ka man lang nagtaka.
Informally, Mr. Chair.
I beg your pardon?
Informally, just calling some,
Hindi mo tinignan kung anong resulta ng validation?
tinignan naman po, Mr. Chair.
And you did not find it unreasonable na isang dating PDL nagsasabi ng may baril yung isang PDL sa ibang detention center?
Credible naman po yung binabanggit nung
Credible
deponent,
sa'yo?
Mr. Chair.
Credible sa'yo?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ang galing mong sumagot, pero yung bagay na yon is credible sa'yo.
Oo naman, Mr. Chair.
Paano maging credible yun? Paano niya nalaman na merong baril si Mayor Espinosa doon sa Kwan?
Meron po siyang personal knowledge doon, Mr. Chair.
Ano nga? You define personal knowledge to me.
Personally po, nagkaharap po sila ni...
Paano sila nagkaharap?
I cannot discuss the details. It should be
Why
the
can't you
deponent,
not
Mr.
discuss?
Chair.
Ikaw ang nag-apply eh.
I based
Mr.
only...
Chair.
I endorsed in the application, Mr. Chair, I endorsed the
Hindi nga,
testimony of
tinatanong nga
the
kita.
sworn affidavit.
Nung nag-report sa iyo, hindi mo ba napansin kung reasonable o unreasonable yung validation? Kasi dapat magsuspecha ka na paano nakapagbibigay yung isang tao na dating PDL pero hindi naman PDL sa baybay ng statement na may baril si the late Mayor Espinosa doon sa selda niya.
Mr. Chair, kasi nakapasok daw siya doon, sir. At saka may contact,
Masasabi lang
may connection naman sila.
Major Laraga, kasasabi lang ng mga officials doon, ni wala silang bisita na ganun, ni hindi sila nagkaroon ng PDL na ganun. You are lying!
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, but I cannot...
Mr. Chair, may I respectfully move that we cite Major Laraga in contempt for violation of Section 11.
Seconded.
There's a
So
motion.
move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to cite Major Laraga in contempt for violating Section 11.
Seconded.
And duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, you are now cited in contempt, Major Laraga. Comsec? Take note.
Second motion, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Congressman Paduano.
May I respectfully move that Major Laraga will be detained in the Quezon City Jail in a period of until the committee report will be approved in the plenary, Mr. Chairman. So move.
There's a motion to detain Major Laraga at the Quezon City Jail until the termination of the committee hearing and in the approval of the committee report in the plenary. Any second? Duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none. The motion is approved.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Congressman.
since it's already 11:30, can we move to another issue that we left a while ago?
Yes, please proceed.
So, SDS ask for the recognition, Mr. Chair.
Kay Colonel Leonardo and then Colonel Garma.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Nakita ko yung second affidavit ni supplemental affidavit ni Colonel Garma. Colonel Garma, pwede niyo munang basahin itong second affidavit niyo para marinig po natin bago tayo magtanong. Kayo po ang nagpirma nito.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, ang date po nito is ngayon lang. October 22nd, 2024. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Sino po nagnotaryo? Attorney
Martinez.
Martinez.
Mr. Chair.
Tama po ba?
Opo.
Sige, Colonel Gama, baka pwede niyong basahin yung second affidavit niyo.
Mr. Chair, can I skip on the first, second, and third?
Yes,
I'll proceed with para 5 po.
Sige, okay.
I became aware of the so-called Davao Death Squad through various sources during...
Pakilakas lang po, ma'am.
I became aware of the so-called Davao Death Squad through various sources during my assignment in Davao. It was a common knowledge among officers that almost all station commanders had special teams designated for specific operations. Although I did not know the identities of this team, a culture of silence prevailed among police officers in Davao regarding such matters. My understanding of this operation was further solidified during my tenure as station commander of SASA and Santa Ana Police Station from 2012 to 2016. During this period, I witnessed the existence of a reward system. While I served as a station commander of SASA, I received a call from Lieutenant Colonel Padua, then the intelligence officer of Sir De La Rosa, who was the city director of Davao at that time. The call, which I received around 7 o'clock in the morning, informed me of an impending operation in my area of responsibility in Barangay Malagamot. From this communication, I understood the implication of the operation. A few hours later, I learned that a shooting incident had occurred in Malagamot involving a male suspect, which the investigation suggested was a legitimate operation. During my time as station commander of SASA, the barangay captain, Barangay Hizon, reported to me that akyat bahay incidents were prevalent in the area. They intercepted one male suspect acting as a spotter. An entrapment operation was planned, resulting in 2 suspects being caught in the act of stealing. One suspect was wounded and later died at the hospital, while the other escaped. From that operation, I received 20,000 from Sergeant Suwan, which was provided by Boy Alce. Furthermore, during my tenure at the Sasa Police Station, a personality identified by the barangay captain Panakan as a drug pusher and user known for illegal gambling and being a nuisance in their barangay was killed near GT Gasoline Station in Panakan. I remember this person because in the morning of that day of his death, the duty desk officer informed me that he went to my office and left an image of the Holy Family. He told my men that he just went to Mass and was very happy to present to our office the blessed image. The following day, I inquired with the police investigators about his death and the outcome of their investigation and was informed by Sergeant Suwan, trabaho yun, naka-care of po kay nung Boy Alce. There was never any clearance from my office of this operation, nor was my office informed of it. While serving as station commander in Santa Ana Police Station, I also became personally acquainted with the aforementioned reward system from June 2014 to January of 2016. We conducted various police operations that resulted in the deaths of suspects, drugs pushers, and hardened criminals. In one particular incident, along the coastal area, we monitored the Bitwal Akit Bahay suspect. One suspect was caught in the act of climbing into another victim's house when my officers called out for him. He was shot during the ensuing confrontation, resulting in his death. For this operation, I received 20,000 from San Benaventura. There was also an occasion when my office, in collaboration with CIDG 11, conceptualized a one-time big-time operation. This type of operation was outlined in a comprehensive operational plan and involved an interagency approach incorporating various government agencies, including the Commission on Human Rights, Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, and several PNP units such as the Maritime Unit, CIDG 11, Davao City Police Office, that includes station commanders, City Mobile Force, and the PNP Crime Laboratory, along with the local government unit of Davao for funding, barangay officials, and media representatives as witnesses. The co-plan was funded by the local government of Davao. Following the operation, a shooting incident occurred in self-defense, resulting in the death of a suspect. I did not receive any reward for this incident as my team did not engage in a direct encounter with the suspect. At the end of each month, all station commanders were required to submit reports documenting successful police operations to the LGU of Davao. These reports included details of case filed in the office of the prosecutor and other relevant information concerning the operation. For each case reported, an amount of 5,000 was allocated as reimbursement for operational expenses. These expenses encompassed buy-bus money, meals, gasolines, and payment for agents. The disbursement of these funds occurred monthly through Irma Espina, Akamuking, and we were required to sign documents acknowledging receipt of payment. For the death of suspect, Shani Benaventura provided direct payments of 20,000 to station commanders with no signed documentation required. Numerous other incidents resulting in deaths within Davao City occurred, of which I remained unaware until after the investigations were completed. A prevailing culture of silence was instilled among all station commanders and city directors. Your Honors, Mr. Chair.
Salamat, Colonel Garma.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, please proceed.
Maraming salamat, Madam Garma. I'd like to direct my questions to Colonel Leonardo. Colonel Leonardo, totoo ba na ikaw na-transfer from MPD to Region 11 Davao as Chief ng CIDG ng July 2016, Colonel?
Correct, Mr. Chair.
Colonel, ano kaya ang dahilan? Bakit inassign ka doon at sino ang nag-assign sa iyo doon?
Mr. Chair, ang nag-assign po sa akin through memorandum orders, Mr. Chair, is Chief PNP Senator Bato de la Rosa, Mr. Chair.
Noong panahon na yon, sino po ang Chief PNP?
Si then Chief PNP Bato de la Rosa, Mr. Chair.
Colonel, sa pagkakaalam ko, hindi basta-basta na ma-assign ka bigla sa isang malayong assignment. Kasi naman ng MPD, tapos nasa MPD ka, bigla kang nilagay sa Davao CIDG. Tama po o Colonel?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Paano maaari ibig mong sabihin na na-transfer ka doon, Mr. Colonel?
Meron pong order, Mr. Chair, direct from Chief National Headquarters, Mr. Chair, during that time.
Colonel Leonardo, merong nakasulat dito na true shoot order kapag gusto ka ng Chief PNP, hindi ba? Ano po yung shoot order na yun?
Shoot order po, direkta po, hindi na dadaan ng usual process, Mr. Chair. Nangyayari po yun, Mr. Chair.
So, Colonel, ibig mo sabihin malakas ka kay Chief PNP Bato de la Rosa?
Maaari po, Mr. Chair.
Very close ka ba kay Chief PNP, Colonel?
Nagkasama po kami sa isang province at saka sa Davao City, Mr. Chair.
Marami po kasi nagsasabi sa PNP na ikaw ang pinakamalakas kay Chief PNP. Totoo ba to?
Ay, hindi naman po, Mr. Chair. Hindi lang po ako ang malapit po siguro, Mr. Chair, yung...
Ngayon, ilang taong ka na-assign sa CIDG 11?
4 years po ako doon, Mr. Chair.
4 years, Colonel. Di ba, dapat may na yung 1 year or 2 years. Pag sa kakalam ko, hindi po pwedeng papalitan. Bakit more than 2 years yata yung pag-stay natin sa CIDG 11? Colonel?
Basta hindi lang po ako nare-relieve, Mr. Chair. Naghihintay po ako kung i-relieve po ako, Mr. Chair. Hindi po ako nakatanggap ng orders.
Hindi ka nakatanggap ng order para palitan ka na kahit naging 4 years ka na doon, Colonel?
Opo, Mr. Chair.
Colonel Leonardo, ngayon, di ba nagpatunay ito ng naiba? Kasi matagal kang na-assign dyan sa CIDG 11. Ano ba ang dahilan? Bakit hindi ka po napapalitan?
Ah, nung time po na yun, basta hindi po ako napapalitan, Mr. Chair.
Pakiulit po.
Basta hindi po ako napapalitan kasi wala pong nare-receive na order, Mr. Chair.
Yun nga Colonel, yun ang ibig kong sabihin. Kasi walang chief PNP na gustong mag-alis sa'yo dyan kasi malakas ka sa presidente, former president, at kay Senator Bongo. Tama ho ba yun na Colonel Leonardo?
Malapit din po ako, Mr. Sir, sa kanila.
Malapit ka kay? Pakiulit po.
Malapit po ako sa kanila po yung
Kanino po? Pakibanggit po kung kanino.
kay Senator, ngayon Senator Bongo po, Mr. Chair.
At kay presidente.
Maaring ganun din po, Mr. Chair.
Maaari ba, Colonel, ano ba ang ginagawa mo para sa kanila? Bakit napakalapit mo sa ating Pangulo at kay Senator Bongo?
Unang-una, Mr. Chair, si Senator Bongo po, na minsan nautusan din po ako nung time na yun, Mr. Chair. Kung ano po ang kailangan nila, kung kaya ko po, at concerning yung pong function ko as CIDG Regional Chief, Mr. Chair.
Pwede mo akong kaming bigyan ng halimbawa na inuutos sa iyo ni dating Pangulo at paano ka nagre-report or vice versa? Paano ka binibigyan ng instructions? Tinatawagan ka ba? Tinitext ka ba? Ini-email ka ba? Paano po, Colonel?
Tinatawagan po ako ni Senator Bongo noon po. Pagka meron lang po mga ipapacheck, meron siyang kailangan information or sometimes meron kailangan i-verify or kung ano man po ang inuutos niya, Mr. Chair.
Ayun ang ibig ko pong sabihin. Ang ibig kong sabihin ay nakakadirekta kang tumawag anytime kay Senator Bongo. Tama ho ba?
Pag may utos po, Mr.